Hi, Gemini observers. We are going to get started today with a simple reading just to get connected with the conversation we're having in the timeline of our consciousness here for this video. Um, it seems like we can move on with a very simple, direct action and ponder about just the simple things that bring us pleasure and joy and how to mitigate to abstain from things that would adulterate that happiness and pleasure, like your thought periods can create. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to start shuffling our Spoopy Tarot by Sterling. I once I saw it was from Sterling, I was a instant buy. I think they have the the cognition to keep things relevant, mundane, and prioritize sensible truths and not try and impede on difficult conversations and adulterate things into a topical world view. That's as far as I'm going to get into it. But that's the brand that I'm dealing with right now. I'm also gonna pull from the Angel Numbers deck. This is what the back looks like. It is moon. We have a Gemini moon today, so it's a very social time period. You get to plug in, feature the things that you want and desire in prayer, and see what comes back to you through fruition. Um, all right. Okay, so let me just pull. I'm going to pull 3 for the top. Whoa, 2. Okay. We have 2 court cards. I'm going to lay the as above, so below. Okay. Ooh, the 6 of Eyes came back. Such as 6 of Eyes came back. So, and coupled with the 6 of Wands. Okay, so as above, so below. What is our journey? Trust your journey. Trust the way your life unfolds. Trust that you are where you need to be at the present moment. I am protected. Here's 444 imagery from the numerology deck corresponding to the witch, as it is supposed to mediate what we discern to be above our timeline and what we have pertinent level with in the day-to-day existence. So this is just a social portal for you to be able to connect with this energy and make connections with other people or your own personal circle as you make your intentions for this video. So as above, what's in the present, we have the Knight of Pentacles coming in with a gourd, a social gourd. So with the Knight of Pentacles, talking about in terms of what the moon in Gemini can mean for us, we want to consider the fact that it's more or less going to be a stationary period for you because of the fact that you're not making any progressive movement. Gemini is usually about formative ideas and not creating an emotional attachment to the thing that is being considered. You move quickly with their ideal, if someone's this isn't about someone bringing you something, especially with this video in hand. Allow yourself to create this moment, to create a space for you to be able to make your own plan and your own ideals without being discomforted by other people's needs. I think that's important to remember at this time. So it's And the reason I say that is because Cancer follows Gemini, and Cancer is usually the one that provides you with the nourishment energy of like emotional productivity that Gemini doesn't offer because it's formative information. You're not going to subscribe or prescribe like thoughts or intuition to another person who doesn't have experience, well, you don't have experience with it firsthand. I know, right? Like you can say you're dabbling into stuff with other people, but I wouldn't say that this Knight of Pentacles is for you to commit to sharing. um so in the past you have the King of Wands. um there's a lot of, they come with a trident in this deck. Very spoopy. Yeah, they almost like look like the devil, but it's, which is about like fire energy, I guess. I don't know. The devil, especially from tarot, just makes me think about earth energy more than fire does. But that's the creative value that this deck has provided us today. So it's more or less like, I think, lighthearted facetiousness, not getting too enthralled by um, the wickedness of like being facetious. It's like you're not like a nymph or an imp that continues to poke and prod. Like you create safe boundaries. Like with the King of Wands in this particular light, like there are safe boundaries that have been made to not be forthcoming with the vindictiveness of the other person if it gets under their skin. You kind of realize like, hey, they're not here to play, but I am. So it's like, you can realize that you can branch out to other people who have those interests in heart. Sorry, I have to see what my battery is. Okay, we're fine. Um so that just, okay, why is, no, I'm not with that right now. I'm not with the devil. For your so below, so everything that we're talking about is sort of like, as above is more mercurial and so below is more Venusian. Now for your Venusian past, we have the Page of Pentacles, which goes in line with what the past was describing the King of Wands as, because the Page of Pentacles, especially when you're dealing with facetious behavior, you're not making any tangential change in your life that is forthcoming of a new start for building the relationships upon. Like you're kind of like okay with the way things flow out and are currently. Like you're happy with your job in a sense. Like you and you're happy with your ability to maneuver those obstacles. Um, but you're not making like huge decisions and investments in the people that you meet. This Page of Pentacles is more or less keeping to the lighter side, like not admitting to what would be considered like Scorpio Mars and the feeling of um yeah, it's the feeling of um sorry, I had a tangential thought. I just started thinking about where Saturn was. Saturn just entered Pisces energy, which kind of makes us think about what we're talking about, like the Six of Eyes. If you want to consider the fact that, like, you're sharing a space with other people that you can't have a monopoly on and over and through with your impartial decisions. If you're impartial to the space and you're considering the fact that you want to maintain dominance over the overarching ideas of other people, you don't get the idea that these eyes are going to remember you. And I don't want to get biblical, but we're going spoopy here. Like, the eye for an eye, like, if it gets, I don't know, Pisces Saturn, let's just keep with that. Like, you're amidst other fish in the school that may have different ideas from you, and you're already not invested. You're playful, but sometimes we might feel like we need to press upon your character or previous glories to make other people have a greater sense of ire toward you. Like, don't give yourself the hesitation to take yourself so seriously. I don't want to talk about like the feelings that are involved in what you're taking abstinence from. Um because this is supposed to be a lighthearted conversation. Um our 5 of Swords, the 5 of Bones coming through. We have Sagittarian energy just with imagery. Um this is in the present in your So Below. With the 5 of Bones, I think it's just like, especially with this deck, with the imagery, it's not a pip deck. I think you have foundationally the rest that you need to continue with the day to day, and it's like you're committing to other people's time because your presence is unfortunately not where it wants to be. I'm thinking this is landed in like co-worker relationships. Not very like aspected toward like familial or um because if this was familial, like we could talk about the fact that like you have projects coming up that your family needs to meet or maintain, and this is just downtime for you guys to continue to chill. Um, yeah, and here's your 6 of Wands for that moment. So, but like with this, like you have the rest that you need with the 5 of Bones, and you have like things that you wish to spark in the minds of other people and imagine for them. Um, and considerate like just like what you mean to the other people in that room. So it's very normal abstinent, like it's you're not trying to make any, like, let's not try to make anything out of it. Like, continue to like, it's not the effort or the friends you make along the way, it's the memories that you make and continue to craft and own to make the landing punchline or joke for other people to have. I think that's very powerful. It's influential. I think it makes people reconsider, like, I think the personnel stories that they have and invite them to ponder more upon the things that they go through that they can share with other people. Um, it's just an invitation for them to kind of even get out of a rut if they don't even realize that they're in it. I think that's very powerful. I think that's very good. So that's the message for this moon in Gemini. Very short reading. I hope you guys have a lovely, fantastic time. Keep yourselves hydrated, and I love you. Bye.